Hey, everybody. We are back. Hollywood Cinema Blitzball Champ back with another GOWGO Wrestling podcast. Hope everybody's doing well. Hope you're doing well, Hollywood Cinema.
I am tranquilo.
Nice. And tonight I'm rocking my favorite tag team, Motor City Machine Guns.
Booyaka!
Motor City 313.
Oh, point at your hand.
Yep. So pretty much tonight, main focus will be Backlash preview. So WWE Backlash will be this Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. Sunday, May 6th. So, let's go ahead and get into the card.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, we got matches representing both SmackDown and Raw. Let's see. First on the list, we got the United States Championship on the line, which Jeff Hardy, the champion, defends against Randy Orton.
That's gonna be boring as hell, bro.
Now, of course, we know that they recently had a tag team match, and then which they won, but then RKO to Jeff Hardy out of nowhere.
Of course, rinse and repeat.
Honestly,
I don't give two shits about this match.
I love Jeff Hardy. I love the Hardy Boys, but I mean, this match just doesn't really appeal to me.
That shit is gonna be garbage. Can I tell you this though? Can I tell you this about Jeff Hardy?
Please.
And I've felt this way for a while now. I don't like watching his matches anymore. Unless they're extreme, they're kind of hard to watch because he's so gimpy. You know, like he kind of hobbles. Like after like a few moves, if you were just to turn to one of his matches, it will look like he's been wrestling for like an hour. That match against Jinder Mahal on Raw, not on Raw, but no, the last Jinder Mahal match that he had was just like ugh. And the one at Great American Bash, that was the one. That was the one that reminded me, like, oh yeah, he's kind of trash now. But Matt's still good. But Matt changed his style a little bit, and it's a little bit doofy. And he's always been gimpy, but Jeff is slow and just painful to watch.
Well, I mean, they're both getting older, and
he hasn't changed his style at all. He hasn't changed anything.
Jeff Hardy, isn't the high flyer he once was.
No, he needs to adapt.
Yeah, which, as you said, Matt Hardy has done a better job at adapting. I mean,
hell yeah,
he'll still occasionally pull off a moonsault here and there, but I mean, he sticks to what he can do. Now it's a lot more simplified. It doesn't take away from who he is.
I love Matt Hardy. He's my favorite. He's always my favorite Hardy.
But Jeff just isn't the high flyer he used to be. Not since they were a young tag team back when they were part of the Brood, and
yeah,
you know what I mean.
And even when they're singles runs, like that's, and unfortunately for Jeff, since he's never adapted to try to evolve at all. That's all he is, and if he can't do that shit anymore, I don't want to see that shit no more.
Well,
he's only going to hurt himself more.
What would you feel that is the best way he should adapt?
I ain't hear a word of that.
I was saying, how do you feel that is the best way for him to adapt?
Learn how to wrestle in a way that doesn't just involve you throwing your body around like a crash test dummy. Like his moves are sloppy, like his kick, like all his like fundamentals are sloppy as shit. He like you know what watching him wrestle tells me instantly. Oh yeah, you used to wrestle in your backyard,
which he did.
It's obvious. He has not evolved past that, but at one point, his athleticism could kind of carry him through that, and it worked. But when he's old and your fundamentals are that poor, um, it don't look good.
Well, just in your opinion, both Hardy Boys.
Yeah.
How many years do you think you give them?
Well, Matt could go for a lot. Matt could go for another 5 years if he wanted to, if he worked smart. Which I see him doing unless they decide to throw him in a bunch of TLC matches. But even then, he's still smart about it.
Mm-hmm.
Jeff's the one. I give Jeff maybe 2 years.
Wow.
But here's the thing though. But that would be me hoping for him to only wrestle 2 years because he doesn't even have that long left as far as like his ability in the ring anymore to me. But he's going to be there for at least another 3 or 4, maybe even 5. He's not going anywhere because obviously he's shown that he could give two shits about his health and his ability to do anything in a high manner, like a top tier manner anymore. He's only personality now, and even that is kind of weird. His personality is kind of nothing. So,
well, as long as he can stay out of trouble and stay out of jail, I'll be happy.
Yeah, he's the opposite end of what Randy Orton is. Right? Randy Orton's super talented, but he's like it's some like watching his matches it is like watching paint dry now. And he used to be amazing because now he seems bored as shit. It just doesn't seem to be like something that piques his interest as much anymore. He doesn't seem as engaged, but it's because he doesn't have anything to do. He's literally just dicking around with the U.S. title picture because they literally have nothing else for him. And that's kind of it. That's total opposite of damn Jeff. Jeff's also being pushed, but he cannot do it at the same pace anymore. While Randy can, and Randy's on TV because he's Randy Orton, and so is Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy's on TV because he's Jeff Hardy. It's not because of his ability. It's 100% but he's the one that doesn't have the physical attributes anymore. But shit, I feel Randy could go another 10 years if he keeps at this pace. You know, like he could be another Triple H kind of thing, like where he's in there forever.
Yeah, I mean,
he's still viable for things to do and be important because he can still carry on in the ring. And Jeff is going to be important because he's Jeff Hardy, and is not going to be because his physical ability warrants any of that shit, which is sucky because people like The Miz just keep getting better, right? The Miz keeps getting better, and they barely have anything for him to do. They keep just throwing him around all over the place. I'd be pushing The Miz way harder than Jeff Hardy.
Yeah,
easily. Like it wouldn't even be a question to me if I was booking that. Jeff would be like like Liger. He would be Jushin Liger. He'd be Tiger Mask at the beginning of every fucking New Japan Pro Wrestling in a 6-man tag with me. Why
can't he be the great Sasuke? I mean, he does do the Swanton Bomb.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to be that guy.
But so who you pick to win? Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy.
Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, I agree.
There's no way he's losing it this quickly. Unless they're gonna pull like some shit where it's back and forth, but I don't see the point. I really don't see the point.
They need to put the U.S. title on somebody that can really push it.
Need somebody as a workhorse, man.
Yeah.
And while Jeff will drag his raggedy bones out of that ring every night, it's not the best idea and it's not the best product.
Next up, the Raw Women's title's on the line. Alexa Bliss will finally get her rematch against Nia Jax.
Boring as hell.
Well,
this feud is fucked.
This will technically be her first title defense.
Yeah. Man, this whole thing is garbage. This whole feud, it died on the vine. Um, I don't know
Is it
what
because
the
of the
fuck.
whole idea of Nia Jax as a face?
No, it's because first off, Alexa Bliss was on vacation, um, and all they had, and all they can do with Alexa Bliss being what she is compared to Nia, is be scared and be just doing like videos, and that's just nobody in their right mind believes that Alexa Bliss is going to be able to physically do anything with Nia Jax. And then I would ask you, what's the point then?
Well,
She doesn't have a stable. Like it's not like
but what other major female heel do you have on Raw?
that. That here's the thing though. That just means Raw's women's division sucks ass.
Even with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, because Ronda Rousey's busy right now.
Yeah, and has yet to have a singles match.
Yeah. And not even at the damn pay-per-view. She's gonna be in this chick's corner. Man. Come on, man. Raw is garbage. Raw is garbage. It's already garbage. Like it looked like it was bad when they with the draft picks and stuff like that, but it just got worse.
Oh, I totally think a lot kind of got just jumbled up and just looks bad.
Man.
I mean, I won't get into Oscar yet. I will once we start.
Elias is still gold. Elias is still gold. He's the best thing on Raw. Him and Braun Strowman, best thing on Raw.
So
everybody else is garbage.
So Nia retains.
Hell yeah. There's no way in hell they're taking that belt off her.
Alrighty. Next up, Intercontinental Championship match. Seth Rollins will defend against The Miz.
What's the point of this?
I really don't know what the point of this match is. I mean,
there's no point, man. It's such a pointless it's such a point. It's just a pointless waste of time.
But I guess it takes a break away from Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, I guess.
Yeah, and The Miz versus Daniel Bryan. Yeah. Why? Why are we doing this?
Why they aren't really pushing that, and instead we have Daniel Bryan and Big Cass? It just makes no sense.
It doesn't make sense, especially with Big Cass not being aligned with The Miz. It just doesn't. It's so stupid. It's the dumbest idea that you would not change that match. I mean, I know he's got like a. See, here's the thing: when people get shifted to different shows, I don't want to see a contractually obligated rematch because I already know what's not going to happen.
You want a fresh start on both sides.
Yeah, because once you go for a different brand, you don't have access to that title anymore, so you don't get a rematch. Sorry.
Exactly.
It's just I mean, you're done, son. Like you lost, and then you got drafted. It's time to move on with your life.
Yeah. So who wins this match?
Seth Rollins.
Yeah, he's on a roll right now.
And there's no other outcome that can happen.
Because the Miz won't have the Miz Taraj in his corner. So I mean,
no. And the only thing that I can see happening is maybe Finn coming out after and attacking Seth Rollins, or getting or attacking Seth Rollins during it to make it interesting. But other than that, man, this shit's gonna be it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be a good match, I guess, but it's gonna mean literally nothing.
Yeah, but yeah, I am in agreement with you that Seth Rollins retains. This next match, I mean, what can you really say? Braun Strowman and Bobby Lashley versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yep. Unfortunate.
Like, Bobby Lashley returns, and yet you keep Braun Strowman in these dang on tag team situations.
Everybody's in damn tag team situations now.
It's like,
that's all they fucking do now. That's all they do is tag team matches. That's all they've done for the last month. And
Like,
I'm sick of it. I'm so sick of it.
Like, where has the booking gone?
It's gone into dog shit because they're just I don't know what they're doing because there's nothing big on the horizon. Like that's the thing. Like they shot their load on at WrestleMania to basically end their year, and the start of their year was only good for SmackDown. And then the booking just became 6 women tag team match every other week. Just tag team matches every week. The same ones with singles competitors having to be in tag teams. Yeah. It's always the same shit. Nobody wants to fight one-on-one anymore. It's always just throw as many people on the show as possible. We don't have stories for them, so we'll just remember that they fought a week ago, and we'll have them fight again. And the idea that Bobby Lashley has now tagged with Braun Strowman on 3 separate occasions.
Yep.
After I had to sit through this Braun Strowman winning a tag team championship with a child.
Yeah, his first title belt. His first title belt.
What is the point of that? Why wasn't it Bobby Lashley?
That's what's sad about it. That's Braun Strowman's first WWE title belt.
Shit, his second one is basically gone. His second one just got forgotten. Like, he's got no luck. It should have been Bobby Lashley that came out at WrestleMania. There's no good reason as to why it was not.
My whole thing is why not have Bobby Lashley come back and him make a beeline for Brock Lesnar? Why couldn't they have done that?
That would be. They are too hard up on this Roman Reigns Brock Lesnar crap. Like, how many matches is that in the last 4 years?
But he's lost to him like
6.
But he's lost to him like the last 3-4 times.
Yeah, there's no point in that feud. That feud is garbage. I'm so uninterested in it, and it's not even because Roman's in it. It's because who gives a shit anymore? They had their shot. Like, WrestleMania would have been dog shit, but you would have been done. It would have been over. We could have moved the frick on, but we're still dealing with Roman Reigns coming out talking about Brock Lesnar. I don't give a shit how he feels about Brock Lesnar. It doesn't matter what he feels about Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, for all intents and purposes at this point, is going to keep the damn title forever.
Yeah.
And that belt is fuck that belt. Like, who gives a shit about that belt? It's not defended on a regular basis. When it is, there's no point to the matches because he's just going to win.
Yeah.
He is Undertaker's. He basically, with him beating Undertaker. Oh my God, that was a surprising outcome. Okay. I'm just watching NXT for first time now. But no, that fucking no, it's stupid. He's once he took Undertaker's like WrestleMania win streak, he basically became that shit and just will not fucking lose.
Oh yeah, Brock Lesnar. No, he hasn't lost since he lost to Goldberg.
He should have lost to Braun Strowman for him to win the Universal title, and that would have made the most sense. It would have gave Braun the rub earlier, but no. We're just going to keep just doing dumb shit with Roman, just have you beat the shit out of him. And then we're going to botch an ending, and then we're just going to keep going with it. It feels like this thing will never end.
Speaking of which, I was just reminded that we, last episode, we did our picks. We didn't actually go through the results, so we'll do that after this.
Yeah, that show's garbage, though. It's a fucking house show. Suck.
So, I mean, let's be honest. I think Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley will win this match, this tag team match. That makes no sense. But...
See, here's the thing. Okay, I want to say that because Sammy and Kevin need to win this to have any semblance of any momentum whatsoever.
That's true.
Because I don't know what the fuck they're doing with them. I don't know. These dudes came from SmackDown on fire. Well, not even from SmackDown. On SmackDown they were on fire, and then all of a sudden Daniel Bryan comes back, and then it becomes, well, fuck those two.
Yeah.
Like, just fuck those two. They are going to lose every match they have from here on out, and there's no reason for them to be relevant whatsoever. That's all they do is lose now. Kevin Owens, all he does is lose. He is Sami Zayn when Sami Zayn first came on the main roster. All he does is lose. I don't know what's happened. None of it makes any sense to me. It's such bad decision making where you had these two guys who were carrying your shit for a while. For a while. Like on Raw, they were carrying Raw. And when they got to SmackDown, other than AJ and Shinsuke, they were carrying that shit. As far as being good at all, ever. But now you throw them to Braun Strowman and you can't have lose. You know why? Because he's like white hot nuclear flame over right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's over. And he's giant, so Vince is 100% going to push him because that's why Big Cass is getting pushed like he is. It's just, I'm so over it. I'm so sick of it. There's just certain things about wrestling right now. I'm getting to a certain point. I think there's a lot of wrestling going on right now. I've watched a lot of wrestling in the past week. I was just thinking about it earlier.
Uh-huh.
I watched like 8 hours of New Japan Pro Wrestling in the last 2 days. 8 hours in the last 2 days. I watched 8 hours of New Japan Pro Wrestling, and that started to get on my nerves. I still like stuff, and I can still get myself hyped, but it's starting to get on my nerves. Mm-hmm. And WWE the booking is so bad right now. At least New Japan Pro Wrestling booking is getting better, in some aspects, not in all. Mm-hmm. But that WWE is killing me. So, just say main roster is killing me because NXT is fine. NXT is perfect the way it is, and so is 205 Live. Even though I keep missing 205 Live, I assume it's still going at a full clip like it was before WrestleMania. Yeah. I haven't really watched this since WrestleMania.
Yeah, and I know we kind of talked on this a little bit, but the match after that is Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass, which honestly, I really don't care about this.
Daniel Bryan has to win.
Yeah, he'll win.
No, it's gonna be stupid, but Daniel Bryan's definitely. But here's the thing, though, that kills Big Cass. That kills him.
Well, it should serve him right for terrible booking, especially after he just came back from injury. Shoot.
Yeah, can I say this though? If he loses, okay. I'll say this. He basically just became the new Baron Corbin. That's all that happened.
Or
Baron
SmackDown
Corbin got shipped to Raw. And now Big Cass is Baron Corbin on SmackDown. He's doing the same shit. And when they start having him lose all the time, it's going to be real weird again.
Because, I mean, it's already kind of bad enough that they got Baron Corbin on Raw feuding with No Way Jose, of all people.
I mean, they kind of have to because they really have nothing else for either one. Intercontinental Championship's busy. The Universal title is not there, so the main event is usually a tag team match that means nothing.
So, according to this lineup, is Roman Reigns Samoa Joe the main event?
Is it? That's stupid.
Because they have it at the top of the list, but I would assume that the WWE Championship would be the main event.
You would think so. I would hope so.
But
I don't know what the hell they're doing.
So and we got both women's titles, title matches. The SmackDown women's title will be on the line. Carmella will defend against the Queen, Charlotte Flair.
Yep, Carmella will retain.
Yeah, but it won't be legit. Let's be real.
No, but who gives a shit? Who gives a shit? She'll still be champ. It's all fake. She'll still be champ, though.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
It's just the story. Charlotte's more interesting when she's chasing something than when she has it.
Well,
most faces are.
I'm going to continue to go according to this list. So, WWE Championships on the line, no disqualification, AJ, Shinsuke.
Shinsuke should win. but I doubt he is going to.
Triple low blows.
I'm expecting AJ to have a cup on.
Yeah. Either that or he retaliates with a low blow just to
Well,
get
no,
even.
he's 100% retaliating with a low blow, and that's going to be how he puts him in the Styles Clash.
Oh yeah, that'd be the good transition.
Yep. But I would like to see it as Shinsuke having a cup on as well, so that when AJ goes for it, that's when he hits him with the Kinshasa.
Yeah,
Because he just shows that he's wily as well. That'd be so good.
I think this would probably be the best time for Shinsuke to go ahead and win and become new champ.
Yeah, become the heel champ, man. He's such a good heel.
Oh, and he'd have a good title run as a heel champ.
Yeah.
But
Super cheaty.
And then we have Roman Reigns or Samoa Joe.
Yeah, Roman Reigns as well. I really give a shit.
I'm gonna go for Samoa Joe, but I mean, let's be real.
I would rather it be Samoa Joe, but it's 100% not gonna be Samoa Joe.
Yeah.
So
I thought Samoa Joe was SmackDown.
He is. Remember that he said early on, like right after. He was like, I don't give a shit that I'm going to be on SmackDown. We're still fighting. You're still going to lose to Brock Lesnar. Then I'm going to beat you up even more. That was literally that's what he said. Like the week after he got drafted.
Yeah.
He did that whole video thing where he was laying down and shit.
Right.
Very tranquilo.
So that's the Backlash card.
Piece of shit. There's no I saw about the Bludgeon Brothers. See, this is why like co-branded pay-per-views are bad, because people get lost in the shuffle. Because it'd be different if they would do what I wish they would do, is like still do like the stuff they do with pay-per-views where they put all like the big blah 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 matches. Who gives a shit? But like still like the people who aren't featured on pay-per-views, the lower mid card, the low and mid card that aren't champions, they need to have feuds too and be featured on fucking TV.
Yeah.
So that there's something on the damn TV that I don't already know the exact ending of it, because all this main event title bullshit is so easy to guess correctly, just for sheer booking idea and what their plans are for people and how hard they're pushing for people to be as important as they want them to be.
Yeah.
It takes all the intrigue out of it, because we all know Roman Reigns is going to win ultimately at the end of the day. He can lose to Brock Lesnar, because Brock Lesnar means more to Vince as far as money, dollar signs, than Roman Reigns does, but only just barely.
Yeah. And you know what? You know what's interesting?
What?
This will be the third match between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yep.
So, I mean,
Garbage.
if he doesn't win the title this time, then shoot.
I want him to win, but I could totally see them not doing that.
Because the first one, AJ won. The second one ended a double count out. So.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, that's your Backlash card.
I'm so mad that I was so excited for Shinsuke and AJ Styles feud on the main roster. I'm so pissed because it's so shitty.
Well,
it's only shitty because of the way it's being booked. But I love what Shinsuke is doing.
Yeah. But so let's do a quick recap of the Greatest Royal Rumble. We won't be too long. I mean, pretty much the key points. Undertaker defeated Rusev in the casket match. Not surprised.
Yep. Obvious house show booking.
That was when Woken, Matt Hardy, and Bray Wyatt won the Raw Tag Team titles from the Bar.
Obvious.
John Cena beat Triple H.
Yup. Obvious.
Bludgeon Brothers retain.
Obvious.
Seth Rollins retain, which was a pretty good ladder match.
Obvious. It was alright. It had its moments.
Of course.
But it was pretty safe.
Yeah. The WWE,
like I said.
WWE title ended double count out.
Yep. AJ retains.
Brock Lesnar wins and retains the Universal title in a very controversial fashion.
That was a good spot, but it was a horrible booking decision. And the execution, the botch was just bullshit.
And
but to be assumed.
Yeah. And Braun Strowman is your 50-man Greatest Royal Rumble match winner.
I don't know who I picked, but I'm hoping it was Braun because that makes the most sense.
Yeah. And he won some sort of Saudi Arabian green color
title.
That means nothing.
That disappeared. They mentioned it the night after, and then they never mentioned it again.
But you got to see some folks on there. I mean, you got to see Rey Mysterio. You got to see Chris Jericho. You got to see some folks in there. You got to see
one half of the Heavy Machinery.
Yeah, Mike Kanellis. He was there.
For 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Basically the entire roster and a bunch of weirdos like Hornswoggle.
Yeah, even the great Khali was there, which kind of makes sense.
That was stupid.
But yeah,
not great.
Not great.
Kind of a waste. It was kind of a waste of time. It was a glorified house show. It was a very expensive house show.
Yeah. Okay, on to Raw. I mean, we had another match.
Back to Raw
for the Intercontinental title, which Seth Rollins retained over Finn Balor.
Oh my God, man! I need Finn to go heel and just let's get this shit over with.
Yeah. No Way Jose beat Baron Corbin with the help of Titus Worldwide.
Yeah.
Doing the funny.
Yeah, that was weird.
Baseball slide.
I don't understand why Titus O'Neil got involved in that, other than the fact that he is now him falling became like internet famous, so they're now going to put him on TV.
Yep.
That's basically his botch got him on TV, and he'll be on TV for at least a little while.
Yeah,
until they tire of it again.
Yeah, they're gonna ride it for a while.
It's so weird. It's such a weird idea.
Roman Reigns, Braun Strowman, and Bobby Lashley went up against Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and Jinder Mahal. I mean, 3 powerhouse wrestlers.
Yeah, poor Kevin and Sammy, man.
And Elias beat Bobby Roode via match stoppage.
Good shit, though. Yeah, that was really weird. But I do like Elias, though. Elias is always good shit.
Yeah.
But this Bobby Roode.
Yeah, ever since he lost the U.S. title, man, just hadn't been the same.
Got nothing. Like he is back to mother effing like Impact days.
He is no longer glorious. No longer glorious.
He is. Man, he is. It is not going great with that guy. It really is not.
We got to see the Authors of Pain in action. Ruby Riott got another victory with her Riot kick on Sasha Banks. So it looks like
Sasha's lost a lot this year.
So it looks like they're building Ruby Riott up some.
I don't know why.
I mean, she's the leader of the Riott Squad, so I guess they got him.
Yeah, they're doing this. They did the same thing to her on SmackDown. I guarantee in 3 or 4 weeks, the same thing's gonna happen to them again. They're just gonna keep on losing. And it's going to be against Nia Jax and her homegirls, whoever they decide to have pair up with her.
And then, of course, Natalia beat Mickie James, which I mean,
yup.
I don't know. Natalia as a face is,
it's not great.
Nah.
No, it's pretty shitty.
But that's really all I have for
Raw was trash. Raw was trash.
I mean, at least the Intercontinental match was all right. All right, SmackDown. So,
with like no matches, there was like no matches on that damn show.
So the 6-woman tag team match was the main event.
Yeah, because there were like 3 matches on that damn show, man. There was barely any wrestling. It was insane. It was effing insane. All building up to shitty ass Backlash.
Yeah. Randy Orton, Jeff Hardy teamed up with The Miz and Shelton Benjamin. Interesting combination. But
that was, and they fucking ow. And damn, I was so mad about Shelton Benjamin losing. Damn, almost ripped my damn ear out.
Oh, we wouldn't want that now.
No, would not. It would hurt.
Then, of course, Xavier Woods defeated Sheamus with a roll-up.
That was effing weird. That was really weird.
Why can't they have him use his signature? Like, it's at the point where I barely even remember what his finisher is.
The honor roll or that kick?
Lost in the Woods back when he was in NXT, but he always did that before after the honor roll. But we don't see it. We don't see it much. Well,
also another thing we don't see very much is Xavier Woods winning a singles match.
Yeah, that's true too. That's a good point.
So he probably is happy he got a damn win. Plus, New Day ain't won shit in a minute.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So the main event: Charlotte, Asuka, Becky Lynch teamed up and defeated the Iconics and Carmella.
Garbage ass match.
My thing is this,
garbage.
Man. So now they got. So I guess there's an alliance now. Charlotte, Becky, Asuka. There's some sort of PCB like PCB.
Because they got nothing else to do with them, man. They don't know what to do with any of these women. They don't know what to do with Naomi. They don't know what to do with any of these women other than Charlotte. And they can only handle one women's feud at a time, apparently.
And it's like
so garbage. It's so bad.
And just Asuka doesn't really look as strong as she usually is.
She looks mortal now.
Yeah.
She's definitely mortal now.
But she looks like, you don't see much of the intensity, like the screams, and you know what I mean? It's like you see her, being a little more happy-go-lucky. You know what I mean? Like,
oh, she's not that character anymore. She's not that character anymore.
Yeah, it's
after that loss, after they built her, they did the wrong thing with her. They built her up as this like crazy monster, and then what always happens to crazy monsters, they lose and they become either a comedy act or just whatever. That they did her a disservice by giving her that long ass streak. Sorry, I told you that the streak was a bad idea. Because there's only one way to go after a streak, and that's down.
It's not that the streak was a bad idea; it's the way that they ended it.
But here's the thing, though: it had to end at some time, and once it ends, you're changed from then on out. And that's the problem with those kind of streaks, because the same thing happened to Goldberg. It always happens.
But
it always happens.
It's not that, I mean, let's be real. Yeah, the streak was going to end. Yes, I was okay with it ending to Charlotte, but the way it ended is what I have the biggest problem with.
That
the
she
way,
lost clean, that she tapped.
It's the fact that, dude, like, looking back at the match, she put so many submissions on Charlotte, yet Charlotte locks in on one attempt.
Yeah,
the figure eight, and she taps. Are you kidding me?
No, because let's like, and I will tell you, I've told you this before, dude. Asuka is cool. She's a cool flash in the pan shit. She's gonna be cool for like 4 years. Charlotte's going to be a Hall of Famer, dude. Don't get it twisted. WWE, Asuka is there only to benefit Charlotte. She ain't there to benefit her. Who gives a shit about Asuka? They didn't build Asuka. They didn't invest as much as they have in Charlotte and Asuka until she got there. So hell no. Come on, man. Like, how this shit works.
But did she need the win though? Did she need the win?
Asuka didn't need it.
Charlotte didn't need it.
There was no point in even having the match then. Charlotte needed to continue because Asuka was not going to be like Carmella. Like, their plans already that were in place where Carmella was going to be the next champion. It wasn't going to happen with Asuka, so that would have been them having wasted that shit. And they almost wasted it. And if they had Asuka win, then it wouldn't have worked. It would have been a waste of time, and then it would have just been more of the exact same shit for another year that we have gotten already.
It should have been that Carmella had a failed attempt.
No, because you know why you feel that way? Because it benefits Asuka. It's not. I don't think you're not being very subjective about this, because Asuka's story just destroying everybody in the women's division is not an interesting story. It just isn't. It really isn't, and that's 100% what that would have been, because look what they're having to do with the women's division in NXT now after it got just decimated. Like, they literally had to bring in a gang of new chicks, and they're gonna do the same thing with Shayna Baszler. But probably not as bad. But you can't. There are consequences.
Shayna
to
Baszler's
one wrestler
to be determined.
winning everything.
Shayna Baszler.
It probably won't go. I know that's not going to be a long. That's not going to be a long thing. It's just going to be a little while before everybody turns against it. It's not going to be long.
But
it's really not.
I guess my argument with that is that the fact of how Shayna Baszler is being built as probably the strongest female heel right now in NXT. Like,
she is the strongest female heel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And it's like, the only case that you have as far as somebody putting a scratch on her, other than the fact that Ember Moon has beat her before in a title defense, but Kairi Sane, who has beaten her for the Mae Young Classic trophy. The whole
that's obvious.
The whole thing that I'm saying in regards to Asuka, like I said, I'm not doubting what you said, because that's what we have to live with now, and it is what it is. I'll just have to adjust to that. My whole thing was, I understand that they had this whole rumor being built around Asuka having the title until next WrestleMania, which that I told you that I disagreed with her having it that long.
I would have stopped watching. I would 100% stopped watching.
Because I don't think she needed to have it that long. If anything, I would have had her have it for a long time, and maybe near the end of the year, she loses it, whether it be to Charlotte or to whoever. But I just really strongly felt like, because it's Charlotte. Yeah. And like I said, I'm okay with her.
She's the money.
I'm okay with her being the one to end her streak, whatever time that would have been, but they could have at least made it look convincing.
I mean, figure is it's just the evolution of the figure four, and the figure four did that shit to people for decades.
But dude, Asuka in her matches with Sasha Banks been hooked into the bank statement at least 2 to 3 times. Yeah, got out of it.
Are Are you considering? I'm sorry. Are you saying that Sasha Banks is on the same level as Charlotte in the
No,
WWE?
I'm saying that it should have
Okay.
taken at least more than one attempt. If it was booked for Asuka to tap out,
No.
it should
Here,
not have been on the first attempt. I'm sorry, but it should not have been on the
but
first
here's the
attempt.
thing, though. You know why it was on the first attempt? You protect the figure eight because you're looking to the money, and you're going to have the figure eight be a beast. And then you know what's going to happen? She's going to put it on Ronda Rousey, and Ronda Rousey's going to break that shit. That is the smart booking, to be honest with you, because you're trying to make the most money. Oscar's not going to make as much money as Charlotte and Ronda Rousey. Sorry, it's just we live in America, bud. It's not going to happen. Oscar does not even come close to the box office that Charlotte can bring in. It ain't happening.
Well, when you have a father that's a Hall of Famer, I mean, that kind of, you know, that
they
kind of
invested
helps.
in that chick. It absolutely helps. Have you seen Randy Orton? Like we've seen this story play out before, buddy, and it's called Randy Orton. Let's not get it twisted.
Right.
Let's not get it twisted. Nepotism is real as shit.
I just really wonder how many singles matches Ronda Rousey's going to have up to that point where she faces Charlotte.
Probably like eight. It's not going to be very many. Maybe 6. It's not going to be very many.
And that's ridiculous.
They're going to treat it like they do in the UFC, where they don't fight that much. That's how they're doing Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, and it's freaking stupid.
They have adapted wrestling, pro wrestling, to UFC style as far as like title defenses go, just for the UFC people. And that's what they're going to keep doing.
Ugh. I got you, bro. I just have to be able to look to look past it.
Join me in just being annoyed with stuff all the time. It happens. It's wrestling. Like WWE is kind of dog shit right now, but this is usually what happens. You basically destroy everything. It's real shitty for a while, and then the cream rises to the crop. People will eventually start to get good again. Maybe if Triple H takes over Monday Night Raw or something. I don't fucking know. SmackDown wasn't that great even this week. We just gotta get past Backlash. Once it gets past Backlash, maybe things will get better. Backlash is a horrible, horrible, horrible storm of bullshit.
I would have thought it would have gotten better after the shakeup, but
yeah. Unfortunately, they decided that they were not going to ever change any of the matches that were happening at Backlash as soon as the Superstars. Everything should have changed. They should have had tournaments for stuff. They should have just. They fucked it all up. They fucked it all up.
Okay, so 205 Live.
I'm watching it now. Watching Tozawa kick the shit out of Brian Kendrick. Although I already know the results of all these matches, though.
Yeah.
I read them.
So it looks like they're really building up the Brian Kendrick and Gentleman Jack Gallagher back, you know, now that Brian Kendrick's back.
Yeah, they're a tag team now.
Yeah. Drew Gulak and Kalisto, that was a good match. You know, it had some good spots, and Drew Gulak attempting to rip off the mask. So,
of course, that's very New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Yeah. So
they do that shit a million times a damn match. I swear to God, I get sick of that shit.
But it was cool to see Cedric Alexander and Buddy Murphy brawl.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
I don't know what they're doing. That's a weird booking thing. That booking is getting weird.
He just finished having his first cruiserweight title defense in the Greatest Royal Rumble over Kalisto. So I'm pretty sure eventually Buddy Murphy's going to be next in line for a title shot.
Oh, absolutely.
But I mean, for what it was, 205 Live was good. You know, it had 3 matches. It was good.
Yeah. Anyway.
NXT.
That was good. Good stuff.
Dude, more and more, I'm starting to dig Pete Dunne's entrance theme.
Yes, you know what I didn't dig though?
What?
The idea that it should, instead of only Lachlan and I forget the other guy's name now.
Danny Burch.
There we go. I want to say Burchill, but that's not it. That's different character. The fact that it wasn't Mustache Mountain kind of took the steam. It really should have been. It should have been those two. It should have been Trent Seven. Should have been the one that came out and challenged for the North American title as the first UK title holder. Should have came out there and then they could have done something, build him back up, but they just don't seem to give a shit. And then have Mustache Mountain be the thing. I don't know. Whatever. That's what it should have been.
It's interesting because, back in the King of Trios, I think last year or a year before, actually those three won the King of Trios tournament. Pete Dunne.
I'm very familiar with those three. I'm very familiar with those because those guys, like they've been like a stable. Once they signed the UK tournament, they were basically a stable. And what was the name of that damn Irish one? And like ICW, I think.
Yeah, ICW.
Yeah, they were basically a stable after that.
But
basically being Triple H's boys.
But yeah, they have been teamed up for quite a long while,
and it should have just carried over because just you have it right there. All the smarks know exactly why you're doing it.
But you had some great.
These guys all have a thing.
But you had some great matches between Tyler Bate and Pete Dunne.
I know, and it would be awesome to see those two, and that'd be carried on their storyline. Just it would have been a better story. I like Oni Lachlan; it's cool. That was a good match, but those two, I wouldn't put them in that picture.
Yeah,
I would. That would not have been the two guys I chose to give that rub. I 100% wouldn't have. They could have been doing anything.
I would give a little bit more to Oni Larkin, being that because I knew of Oni Larkin from his time in Evolve and Dragon Gate USA when they were doing their USA tour. So I mean, he's great in the Indies. Don't get me wrong.
Oh no, his character WWE though is whatever.
Yeah. And Danny Burch
is whatever. He's a utility player.
Yeah.
No star power, none. It's same thing with Oni. Oni doesn't really have any star power either. He's definitely an NXT guy. He feels like NXT.
Yeah.
There's a certain level where you just feel some guys are just like, yeah, unless you totally change everything about you and you get like a whole new character, you are not going to make it. You're going to be a supplemental, like an enhancement talent on the main roster, bub.
So,
Gonna be Adam Rose.
So what do you know about this Shaza McKenzie that faced Kairi Sane?
Not shit.
Okay.
When they said that it was like she's been 8 years, and then I saw some of the sequences in that match, I was like, has she been in the Performance Center for 8 years? And just yet that y'all been too nice to fire her? It was she was not great.
It's another Australian.
She was not a great wrestler.
Another Australian wrestler.
She's done with an enhancement talent.
But she had her own theme music in her own Titantron, so I thought that was,
Yeah, but then again, so did Peyton Royce when they were just come out there getting their asses kicked, and they weren't officially signed. Shit, Blue Pants had a damn Titantron.
That is true. That is
and
true.
And that chick got drunk and fucked her shit up. About being an idiot.
AKA.
Oh, Hideo Itami getting mad at Akira Tozawa. Nice.
AKA Leva Bates, I believe that's her Blue Pants' real name.
I believe so.
But yeah, Kairi Sane looking like lightning, super kawaii, defeated Shaza McKenzie, and then she got knocked out by Lacey Evans.
Mm-hmm.
Dang, she's got a killer knockout punch.
Yeah.
So, looks like they're gonna feud for a bit.
They are. She's gonna be the feud before she gets to Shayna. Shayna's gonna do something to Dakota because they keep showing Dakota in the damn backstage interview thing. So eventually she's gonna come get her.
She'll probably get a title shot, but
If she's losing, she definitely won.
She'll put up a decent fight, but will fall.
Oh,
I could see Dakota Kai. I could see Dakota Kai making it big once Shayna Baszler and Kairi Sane jump.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of which, I don't know if you knew this, but WrestleMania had an access tournament for the NXT Women's Championship tournament, which Dakota Kai won, but lost in her title shot against Shayna Baszler. Did you know that?
No, but that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah,
Because I had a feeling they were positioning Dakota Kai because they had something planned.
Yeah, but yeah, they actually had a tournament for that, which Dakota Kai won.
Nice.
Let's see. So TM6 won, showing some heelish
Yeah, they
tactics.
cheated.
Interesting.
Yeah, who's gonna do it? They suck.
Interesting, and defeated the
They're
Street
boring,
Profits.
man. They're so boring.
The Street Profits have kind of been on a losing streak lately.
Yes, they have, but the crowd likes them.
Yeah, but it's kind of a bummer, man. They were on a win streak, and then
They ran into what everybody ran into, the Authors of Pain.
yeah. Once you run into that, there's no jumping over that hump. But
No,
yeah. Kona Reeves made his re-debut.
Yeah, you just gotta see like whatever.
He did. What did you think of his finisher, the Hawaiian drop?
It's alright.
He's alright. Just alright.
Yeah, that ain't crazy.
It ain't great.
Yeah,
just
crazy.
Just alright.
It's cool.
Bianca Belair was in action and defeated
Yeah,
Candice LeRae.
that shit surprised the hell out of me.
Dude, Bianca Belair was looking strong.
She is the EST.
Did the gorilla press and all that. I was like, dang, you go, girl.
Yeah, she was whooping ass.
Shoot, I could see her having a good title shot against Shayna Baszler.
Well, I mean, she'd be the only one physically that could kind of hold up, like, and actually overpower her.
It would be nice to see her do another 450 like she did in the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah, I mean, she's real good, man.
I mean, she's got the strength. She's got the high flying ability. You know, they could really build her up.
Oh, yeah.
And then you got Pete Dunne and Roderick Strong, which, you know, you saw what happened.
Yep. It broke down.
Yeah.
Should have been a mustache Monton.
Yeah. That much is true. But
Change the damn thread, man.
But hopefully the I can't wait for Bobby Fish to come back.
Yeah. Be good.
I love me some Red Dragon.
I know you do.
But that's all I have for NXT. Like I said, we'll discuss New Japan Pro Wrestling Dontaku or
Dontaku
next week.
Yeah.
Did you hear for the first time in ROH? Cody will face off against Jushin Thunder Liger.
Yes. They were actually mentioning that on the Kevin Kelly preview thing with Don Callis.
And they've set the main event for the Chicago stop of the War of the Worlds tour. So all of LIJ will go up against all of the Bullet Club.
Yeah, they announced that too at the Dontaku I watched today.
Now that's a match. That's a tag team match I would love to see.
Yeah, it should be good. I mean, LIJ's been on fire. I mean, you'll see. They've been on fire here lately. They've been winning a lot of matches.
Because nowadays it's
While getting
becoming
their asses kicked.
it's becoming a little bit rare that you see all 5 of them in a tag team match.
Well, yeah, tag team match, but I've seen them, but I've been watching a lot of New Japan Pro Wrestling the last 2 days, so I've seen them quite a bit. Like the last 2 shows I've watched, they've been involved. Because the day 1 they have everybody fights against Suzuki-gun.
Yep, Suzuki-gun, the hot stable going on in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Not against LIJ. Not against LIJ, they ain't. But
well,
they cannot get a win over them dudes. They even mentioned it on the broadcast. They mentioned that they've lost the last 4 matches they've had against them.
Really? I thought they had momentum.
Yeah. That's what they said on the. No.
Oh, okay.
Mm-mm. No, not even. Because shit, considering how caught up are you? You know what happened with the match between Naito and Missouri, right?
Was that part of the road to Dontaku?
At the show. Yes, because that was a quite important match to what happened on Dontaku. And as far as their momentum, because during the road to Dontaku, LIJ was whooping that ass.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. They've been beating their ass. But the whole time, that's the weird thing about that whole situation, though. LIJ keeps getting the shit kicked out of them the entire match.
Right.
And then they just pull it. Then all of a sudden, they do the usual thing. They start out strong, then they get the shit kicked out of them for a very long time, and then they win.
Well, it's kind of similar to how when Evil and Sonata won the IWGP heavyweight tag team titles from the Killer Elite Squad.
They basically had another version of that match on day 1. Just a little bit longer, but yeah, very similar. A very similar match. And I'm starting to notice that too. There's a certain pattern to matches when there's people, but I think that's probably the problem with watching those house shows.
Yeah.
But those house shows seem important because of shit. I'm not gonna tell you what happens, but they're important. Because obviously, you hadn't watched them, and you thought Suzuki-gun still had all this momentum, and I'm like, these motherfuckers keep losing.
Jeez, I have to. I got to get started.
Tanahashi too. Tanahashi apparently. I haven't watched his matches because I usually turn from his shit. That motherfucker has not won shit.
Hiroshi Tanahashi.
The whole time he keeps losing. Yeah, like Kevin Kelly was like it's been a bad road to Dontaku for him. I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, like because the match I stopped on before I skipped the last 2, or before I stopped watching before I got to the 2 main events was fucking Chaos, and that was Okada and it was Okada and Kushida versus I'm sorry, no, Time Splitter. What's his name?
Yeah, Kushida.
He's your favorite. Okay, I was right. Okay,
yeah, Kushida. Sure. Yeah,
Kushida versus shit. Who are they versus? Will Ospreay. No, it was Will Ospreay and Will Ospreay and Okada versus Tanahashi and Kushida. That was a match.
Okay.
That was the last match. That was their match. So yeah, so they were just getting ready for tomorrow, which will be their singles matches against each other.
Oh, okay.
Also, dude, I don't know what the hell they're doing with Jay White. Honestly, I don't even know. I think it's because of who he's feuding with, and the fact that he's feuding with him, that makes him a curtain jerker now.
What, Dave Finlay, right?
It puts him. They're still playing with the Finlay thing. So that means that whenever Finlay has a match, which is usually early on in the night, Jay White's ass is going to be in that fucking 8-man tag team match that they always fucking have that I can't stand. I get sick of them shits. Like, dude, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. Okay, I watched all them shits, and they're always the exact same.
So I'm just looking at the card for Thursday. There's a lot of tag team matches.
That's all it is, B. Except for like the last 2 matches, it's all tag teams. There's never open tag team match.
Ooh.
Chaos versus
We had
somebody.
Lij
I don't
versus
even fucking
Suzuki
remember.
Gun.
It was weird, man. A lot of those shits are garbage. Yeah.
So I had to check that out.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, Lij versus Suzuki Gun. That was the one. That was the best match on the card that I watched.
Oh, there's a never open weight. Whoa, there's a never open weight
Yes,
six-man tag
six
team
man
championship match.
between Bullets Club. Yep, between Marty Scurll and Young Bucks and God.
That's the only.
That's a good match though. That was actually pretty good.
That's the only title match they have for
title on
Thursday?
the line, yeah.
That's the only title match.
That is the only title match. Well, no. There's a match against Evil and Sonata versus Killer Elite Squad. I thought that was for the titles, but maybe it wasn't. No, it was definitely for the titles. It was definitely for the titles.
Oh, it was on night
because
2
of what happens after. No. It was on the show that I watched today.
The Road.
They had a match.
Oh,
yeah, it was the Killer Elite Squad, Lance Archer and Davey Boy Smith Jr. Versus Sonata and Evil. Oh no! Sorry, that was on the show before. That was on the show before I watched the Road to Dontaku.
Oh, okay.
I could have sworn these shows are so damn long, dude. There's so many tag team matches. Fucking blows my mind. It's just so damn much.
Because apparently,
so damn much.
Because apparently,
so many people.
Apparently, on Friday, there's 2 singles title matches. Will Ospreay will defend the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title against Kushida. And which I know they have been building that up ever since Sakura Genesis. And then Okada is going to defend the IWGP Heavyweight Championship against the Ace.
Tanahashi. Yep.
So
they show he is.
So
yeah, she's weird, and I don't know what the hell they're doing with Jay White.
Oh, it makes sense.
Well, he's with Chaos.
Yep, and they are just heels now, man. They behave in such heelish fashion.
Really?
And dude, in their tag team match, they're straight up heels. Like it's not even funny.
Even Hiroki Goto?
Dude, yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Now I really gotta.
There's a match I watched. There was a tag team match with Chase Owens and the Tokyo Pimp.
Yujiro Takahashi.
Yeah, I never remember his actual name. Like there's certain people in there that I never remember their actual name because it's too close to other ones. Tokyo Pimp and also the Monkey King dude. I never remember that kid's name.
Yoshihashi. Oh wait,
yeah,
Monkey.
I never remember that.
Monkey King.
I think of him as Monkey King because he has the damn staff and he looks like the Monkey King.
Headhunter.
The one on Chaos, yeah.
Yeah, Yoshihashi.
Yeah, they're basically being heels, man. It was real weird. It was real weird because they were fighting Ishii and shit. That shit was weird. There's so many matches that, and having watched those 2, like the Road, the most recent, I think I may watch the last 2 Roads towards Dontaku, and then today, there's so much of these matches in my brain. I don't know what's on what.
So Lij.
I can't be binging New Japan Pro Wrestling no more. That shit's crazy.
So Lij is pretty much the face stable.
Oh god, yeah, they are kicking everybody's ass
without being faces. They're the face stable without.
Well, okay, they're not because they're only being heels to the heels.
Yeah,
they're not beating up the Young Lions anymore. That's Suzuki Gun. They're not doing anything. They're not spitting. They're not throwing shit. I mean, some of them are. One of them is. But they're not doing the same shit.
But they do interact with the fans.
Like only the heels. Like they're basically Bugs Bunny. If you think about it, because Bugs Bunny only punches up. He doesn't punch down, and that's basically what Lij does. They're not going out there to start shit, but if you come out and start shit with them, they're going to end that shit. Like they're like, let's go. Actually, that'll come up at the end of the match with Killer Elite Squad.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, I noticed that they at ROH shows they definitely interact with the fans more.
Oh yeah, they are over as shit. They are the shit.
Like even,
Because Bullet Club's just eating dog shit now.
I mean, you still got your loyal Bullet Club fans, but Lij is just on top.
Well, it's an anniversary. It was the 5-year anniversary today on the Dontaku. That was the 5-year anniversary. Those motherfuckers gave me another Bone Soldier teaser, and I didn't see no damn Bone Soldier. I'm getting pissed.
5-year anniversary of Lij.
I want to know if it's old. Oh no, of Bullet Club.
Oh, Bullet Club. Gotcha.
Yeah, they had the cool robes and shit. Those robes were dope. They had a whole robe, like commemorative robes, that also plays until day one.
So before we end, let's see. When do you want to do our top 10 tag teams?
We're gonna do that on a week that we don't have multiple pay-per-views to cover.
Okay, that sounds good.
Like after we get through with Backlash and Dontaku day 1 and 2.
But can we try to do it
week
before?
after that,
Can we
can do
try
that.
to do it before we do Best of Super Juniors?
Yeah, we'll be able to do it before then.
Because that's gonna take.
Because we don't have since we. Well, fuck that! Oh my god, that was gonna take forever. Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah.
Dude, we're gonna have
that's gonna be like a regular ROH show.
But dude, we're gonna have to do like a series of that because that event is gonna take place over the course of like how many nights?
I don't even want to fucking think about it. That's a lot. It's a lot.
Like
we might have to do do blocks of 2.
Because like the finals isn't until June 4th, dude, and we just got to May. And the first match, the opener, is the 18th of May, and the finals isn't until June 4th. Dude, we're gonna have to do a couple of episodes of that.
Well, of course we are.
So
it's like a million damn matches of that.
I wonder how big of the bracket is gonna be.
Damn million.
Like it makes me wonder how big the bracket's gonna be.
I don't even want to think about it right now.
Or are they gonna do like what they do before and actually do qualifiers before they do the bracket? I don't know.
I don't even want to think about it, Jason. This is a wormhole, man.
But Charles.
Booking.
But Charles.
It's gonna be so insane.
But Charles, Best of Super Juniors, man, get hype.
What, Jason?
Get hype, man. Best of Super.
No.
Charles.
There'll be so many matches.
Charles.
It's gonna be like a ROH show, and I can't stand that shit. There's too many matches.
If you got the chance to see each show live for free, you would do it.
For free? Fuck yeah. What are you talking about? Paying for it? Hell no. Paying for it? You crazy. Like, for free?
But what if,
oh, yeah.
What if it was $5 a show? You would do it. You would do it. And Beautiful Nightmare would be there right with you.
I don't know, man. She as soon as her phone died, she'd be like, what's happening? Can we go now? I'm hungry. That's 100% what would happen.
Wow.
100%. She is ruled by the tummy. I will hear I am hungry, and then she will basically not say anything, just waiting for me to respond to it. I'm like, yo, you're hungry. Please do something about that. She's silly.
Wow.
But everybody is looking at the same time.
But
she's calling me now, actually. I'm calling back.
Alrighty. Well, that takes care of another GOWGO Wrestling Podcast episode.
Yeah, dude. And another one.
Not really looking forward to Backlash, but
nope, it's gonna be garbage.
But I got some New Japan Pro Wrestling stuff to catch up on, so hey.
Yeah, you got plenty of that. There's a shit ton of it. There's gonna be
2 nights,
12 hours of that shit. There's gonna be. I mean, I guess you're not gonna be watching the road to the Dontaku. So,
that's
you
gonna
have 8 hours of that shit.
That's gonna take me forever if I started with the road.
Yeah, I went back like 2 just to get ready forgetting that this Thursday was when it started. But yeah,
Yeah. And I still got the season 2 finale of Enter the Badlands to watch. So, yeah,
nice.
got a lot of stuff to watch.
Yeah, so much stuff to watch.
But anyway, thank you so much, my partner, Hollywood Cinema.
Yeah.
And thanks for helping me feel better earlier today. I do appreciate that.
No problem, man.
Because I learned I got to keep it moving. Got to keep it moving. Stay
Okay,
strong.
man. A rolling rock grows no moss, man.
Besides,
No moss is the actual term.
Gotta look forward to bigger things, like Kyrie saying.
I guess that's what you're into.
She's super kawaii.
Not to me. I don't find her cute at all.
But alrighty, I think it's time we cut the stream.
Let's cut it out.
For Hollywood Cinema and Blitzball Champ, we will see y'all hopefully next week.
You know it. Follow us on Twitter.
Facebook, YouTube.
We're GOWGO Gaming on Facebook. I found that out the other day. Today.
And Twitch. So
Yes.
you can't miss us. You just can't miss us. Anyway.
Yes, tell them the name, Jason.
The email. That would be GOWGO gaming @gmail.com. So send us an email, send us a message. We're Geek Out with Games Out on Twitch, and you can also find the other links to our channels with YouTube, Twitter. Y'all know the deal. So get on it.
Yeah.
Anyway, for Hollywood,
Like and subscribe. Team GOWGO Wrestling and GOWGO Gaming.
do it immediately. Do it. For Blitzball Champ.
My wife is blowing me up.
For Blitzball Champ and Hollywood
She knows
Cinema.
where I'm at.
We will see y'all next week. Catch
Have a
y'all
good one,
later.
party people.
Motor City.